Okay. We're going to go ahead and get started. It's 5 after, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I've asked the mayor to open us up in prayer, so if everybody would stand.
Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for all of those that are gathered here today. We ask your guidance in any decisions that are made. We ask you to bless those that are here, bless their families. We thank you for watching out after our well-being and ask you to continue to do it. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to welcome everybody to our council meeting today. Has everybody had a chance to look at the minutes of the last meeting?
Motion to approve.
They got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay. Has everybody had a chance to look at the paid bills?
Second.
They got a motion and a second to pay the bills. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Motion carried. All right, moving right along with our agenda. Mayor, you have a proclamation to make.
If I turn that on, but several years ago, there was a national day set aside that was called the Mayor's Day of Recognition. And it was for individuals and groups that were of great service to their community, that did things that just helped basically our community. So today, I would like to recognize a group that has contributed greatly to our reputation, to our economy, to just the general enjoyment of our citizens as well as a lot of local people. And that is the Third Saturday Cruise-In Committee. And that group is made up of several people, but the three, I guess, founders are here today. And that's Amelia Landstreet, Terry Locklear, and Steve Westmoreland. So if y'all come up, I'll read this. And y'all can all help time to speak.
Y'all probably don't want me speaking.
Okay, enough said. Whereas a day has been set aside as the Mayor's Day of Recognition for those involved and concerned with their community, and whereas individual citizens working together can have a great effect on the betterment of their community, and whereas a group of individuals working as the Third Saturday Cruise-In Committee have worked diligently to make the cruise-in successful. And whereas that event continues to draw large crowds and help invigorate our downtown area, and whereas the individuals involved have added economic benefit to our city. Therefore, I, Mayor Fort Payne, do hereby decree the city's gratitude and confer upon Third Saturday Cruise-In Committee heartfelt thanks and appreciation for being selected as recipient of the 2019 Mayor's Day of Recognition Award. And I thank you very much.
Thank you. Saturday, I would like to thank the board, everybody that comes out. The people's what makes it, and we've had some really good crowds, and we're really, really glad. And I appreciate everybody that's done anything. Oh, yeah.
I'm sure.
Thank you.
Appreciate what y'all do with that third Saturday. It continues to grow every year, seems like.
It does, yeah, I agree.
Okay, moving right along, committee reports. Do we have any committee reports? I think everybody's looking forward to the summer and okay. Resolutions and ordinances and resolutions. Resolution 2019-21, setting rates for various city venues. That is, you have those. This is the rates that we had looked at several times.
One typo on 4 says for half say. Supposed to be a half day.
What do you get for a full say?
And we don't want to keep anyone from renting these venues, but at the same time, we need to kind of protect and cover some of our costs when it comes to private use. So it was asked that we look at these, and this is what we've come up with. So I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, we do have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carried.
I think one of the clubs that's been meeting free there has already made arrangements at the banquet hall, and they're satisfied that that's gonna be a good place, and as soon as they contact the other 2 or 3 clubs, I think everybody will have a place to meet, and we'll meet that need also.
Good deal.
Resolution 2019-22, changing the designation of a portion of bond proceeds so as not to charge against the city's constitutional debt limit. Do you know anything on that, Jessica?
This is our sewer project, right?
Yes, it's $10 million for the
Yes.
sewer project, so that the city won't be charged against its borrowing legal debt limit. So doing this will get to remove that from our debt restriction.
Okay.
This is replacing the sewer line from the airport pump station to the sale barn pump station on the other side. This is a project that was engineered in 2002, and it's replacing that high pressure force main that's coming out of the ground and costing us several $1,000s to repair. So this is something we weren't planning on, but we had the money to do it, so we're shifting some bond money over to do this. And it's a gotta project, we gotta do it.
Yeah.
So I'd make the motion to adopt this resolution.
We've got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, resolution 2019-23, authorizing an application for grant monies to assist in the demolition of the old hospital site. I think we've done this before, doing another grant to try and get money to help in the demolition of the old hospital site.
We applied last year for CBDG grant of $450,000 and an ARC grant of $200,000, which we didn't get last year. Indications are that we stand a pretty good chance of getting it this year. So this is just going through the process of having to reapply, but we've had our senators and representatives and also on the federal level that's involved in this. So I think we stand a pretty good chance this time. It's something that needs to be done, and I think nobody, I don't know why it wasn't approved last year, because it was one of the more pressing grants, but it wasn't.
Is there any provision in this for fencing the property?
No. What we'll have to do once we do this is we'll just have to fence that before really we take ownership.
We'll have to secure it, get ownership of it, and then proceed. I make a motion to adopt the resolution.
Well, we definitely need grant money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can't do it without it.
We need to do it.
This is over a $1 million project, no question about that.
I'll second.
Okay, got a motion and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carried. Okay, resolution 2019-24, accepting low bid for plant mix and binder. We have that low bid.
57, maybe.
Actually went up a little,
That was the
about $2, yeah, 80 cents and $2, not too bad.
I'll make the motion to accept the bid.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carried. All right, on to new business. Consideration for approval of an alcohol license application from 33. The application was approved by the alcohol committee.
So moved.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second. All in favor say aye.
I'd like to abstain.
Any opposed? Okay, Lynn abstains. Motion carried. Okay, we got a budget adjustment in the amount of $925 for the portable dog waste stations that we talked about at the last council meeting. Is that to get 3 or 4?
4.
4, okay. And those will be placed on third Saturday and boom days out in the streets.
Temporaries that are movable.
Just to help educate people. I think it was better this time.
Yeah.
I actually handed out little individual bag things this time. So, just takes a little education. So, second.
We got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. They set the date of June the 18th for a public hearing regarding the rezoning property located at Godfrey Avenue and Beeson Gap Road.
Jimmy, would you like to
Yes, the
explain this?
planning commission met this month and approved or agreed that this would be a good repurpose of that property over there. It's sat idle for a long time since the trailer park was there. It was zoned as rural farm for the trailer park, which was appropriate. And once the trailer park was gone, then the better use for that property seems to be for it to rezone to R1, which would be our best single-family housing zone. So that's what they're requesting.
We have a gentleman that will build a small subdivision on that.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that date will be June the 18th for the public hearing. Okay, we have a street light request, 911 Atlanta Lane Northwest. Randy?
That's Allen Lane, and I did look at it, and it's good, there's not one there at all right now.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Got a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, we have an activity permit for Life Chapel, Mike Workman, City Park, Friday, Saturday, June the 7th and the 8th.
How's that?
I think that application came in to Mr. Brothers, and I think Mr. Workman's supposed to be here to ask, to talk. Come on, y'all mind? He comes up and kinda
Come on.
Tell you what you want to do.
Stand here.
Yes.
What do you got in mind here? What do you do?
Well, it would be we're planning on doing an outreach, and we're just looking for a location to do it, and we thought maybe City Park would be the best location. It's an outreach that my church is wanting to do. It would be evangelistic in nature, but what we'd like to do is have free food, some bounce houses for the kids, offer prayer to anyone who would want it, and of course, during that time, offer to share the gospel.
Have times, I say that's blank.
Yes, sir, it would be June
Seventh.
7th and 8th the event will be from 7 to 8, but we would probably get there 6 and stay to 9 for setup and tear down, clean up. And that would be both, that time would be both for the Friday and Saturday.
That's PM or AM?
PM.
1 hour each day.
Well, I like bouncy houses.
I'd like to watch you and
Yeah, I'm something to watch, I'm telling you. We might get Wade in there on that thing.
This is basically just giving y'all a permit to use the park. It doesn't lock it down when nobody else can use it, and it's free to all who come, right?
Yes, sir, it's a public event.
Yeah.
You know, open to all, anyone who comes.
Motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carried.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now number 12, authorize agreement with Fort Payne City School System for sewer work on the new elementary school. Is this changing the work that
From the
we
pump
talked
station
about?
to the,
From what I understand, they've agreed to modify their plan. So they're gonna come out of the school, go to a manhole, bore under the road at their expense, and we're gonna set a manhole and go across the creek to an existing manhole, and we're gonna do the siphon. Have y'all decided yet?
Yeah, inverted side.
It's an engineered plan that James has approved, but we just have to agree to let that work because it's gonna go from their property to ours.
That's a gravity line.
It'll all be gravity. It'll do away with the pump station that
What
they
they've
have
got designed
engineered.
now is all theirs goes into a pump station that they pump it, so it'll take the expense off them for
Yeah.
the pump station. It'll gravity the whole way, so it'll all be gravity then. So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carried. Okay, Mayor, you have a report for us?
2 or 3 things. On our 2 sewer systems, it looks like that from Terrapin Hills to 49th Street should be ready to bid by July the 1st. The Airport Road to WCOB should be about 2 months behind on that, so we're looking at September the 1st now. Most of it is just paperwork that we've got left. Most of the engineering is done. These are both the gravity feed sewer lines. I think that first one was like, what was it, 8.1 million?
The first one was 6.8 plus the plant, so it
Plus
was about
plant.
8.1.
And then the second one is right at 10, so that's where our money goes. I guess y'all have heard about the police officer in Auburn that was killed Sunday night. William Buchner? Anyway, he has connection to Fort Payne. His mother was Joe Harris's sister. Yeah, and his grandmother was Betty Reese, who was Zane Reese's wife. So I don't know that he's been around Fort Payne much, but I thought that some folks might be interested in knowing that. We had a bill introduced in Montgomery some time back to redo our election act to allow for a much fairer and streamlined process. And they passed both houses. I think the governor has signed it, but I don't know that for a fact. But if not, she will. There's no question about that. And that's about all I've got.
Again, I'd like to welcome thank everybody for coming to our council meeting today. Does anybody in the audience have anything to bring before the council? Frankie?
Can I stay back here, cause y'all make me nervous? I'll talk loud.
Speak up, Frankie.
All right, it won't take but about 2 minutes. And it's more of a statement. I told Pat if I fall out, he's gonna finish it. Okay, I live on North Highway 11, for those that don't know. I'm the last house in Fort Payne city limits, and my house faces 11 and the Whitehall Cemetery Road. Well, there is a church pit that's been created at the top of the cemetery road. The mayor and some of the councilmen know about this. This is my statement that I would like to read. I would like for you to imagine being woke up at 5:30 in the morning by dump trucks going by your house only about 30 feet away. These trucks have just turned off Highway 11 onto this side road, geared down in their turn, now begin to accelerate. When they come down by me, they are braking. So these are not trucks just going by. All truck sounds are accelerating greatly. Now, most days, at least 7 trucks are running, 10 hours or more each day, sometimes 7 days a week. That makes them passing about 300 times a day, my house, and over 2,000 times in a week. This is a little bitty side road. I've lived there over 30 years. When I moved there, it was listed as a bike lane, and then it went to a lane. So this is not even a normal size. It's not really big enough for 2 people. And a while ago, when I started to pull out of my drive, there were so many trucks running there, so much dust, I had to wait till they passed, sit there long enough to see the path to pull out. It is not safe to even go to the mailbox, and doctor's orders are for me to walk daily. I would walk up the road and around the cemetery at the top of the road. This is no longer safe, and the trucks do not respect you driving on this road at all. People visit the cemetery about every day, or a burial going on. These trucks circle the cemetery, showing no respect or regards to these people. Whitehall Cemetery is one of the oldest in DeKalb County, a landmark. There are people buried there that were born in the 1700s. Jimmy Wallace owns this church pit. He lives on the next road past me. He owns several acres there with a church pit up behind him. I asked him one-on-one why he did not put the road from the church pit on his own land. He said he did not want to be bothered. So you see, there was and is another option. I have had breast cancer, both breasts removed, lung damage, and essential tremors. These trucks cause a lot of dust, thus polluting the air. Also, the noise level is extreme. This is a situation that is infringing on my rights and endangering my health. Something has to and must be done. That's all I have.
From what I understand, Tim, right now, we don't have a load limit on that road.
No, there's not. So that means the load limit's 88,000 pounds legally.
The problem we have is the church pit is actually in the county, right?
Right.
Then they come into the cemetery around the loop and then come down what's a city street for several hundred feet and then they hit Highway 11.
Right.
Could I address that for a second?
Yeah.
I'm Pat, I live up the street from Franklin, I live over behind the cemetery. And the cemetery is an asphalt road, comes by her, there's a circle around the cemetery, and you go off the back of the cemetery on the county road 750. Then I turn left and go out over the trees, Jimmy's to the right of me. And on 3 occasions that I'm aware of, since all this has started, Jimmy has brought Lambert Construction out, they brought a bulldozer out, and they've actually resurfaced, he's just kind of claimed County Road 3 times, kind of built him a passing lane about halfway between where he's coming out of his pit and the back of the cemetery. Built kind of a wide road right there so they can pass. There's no gravel left on that road, it's just slick grass. Simple thing is, and like I said, she asked me if he would come out the other way. If he would just go north on his property over County Road 608, which is the county road that comes out, dead ends right there when you go into the house, the problem we solved. He'd be right there on the highway, he would turn right. I think the whole thing is, her numbers are probably more accurate than mine, but just say he's got 5 trucks a day. It takes each truck about an hour. They make 2 loads in an hour. They're hauling all this dirt to where the new spur is going, like north.
I've watched them make 3 trips in an hour.
Okay, so say 3.
Yeah.
For math, I'll do it this way, 5 trucks, 2 an hour, that's 10 loads an hour.
Yeah.
10 hours a day, 100 loads, and it's probably $4.50 a load. So he's grossing $45,000 a day. He could at least afford to fix the road when he gets done, because he's paid and fixed the county road, and I don't even know if the county's aware of that. I wouldn't think it would be, but anyhow, it is a problem. They started, if he just go the other way, solve the problem. But the road beds collapsed, which Tim, y'all worked on, we appreciate that, but it's about, the rest of the road about to collapse.
Yeah, the whole thing's gonna
The
have
whole
to be
thing,
done now.
I can't believe the cemetery road hasn't collapsed at this point.
I was surprised. It's just tar and gravel, it's still there.
Anyway, we appreciate y'all listening.
We're looking at it, but we're kind of limited right now by what we can do, but we don't want this to be a long-term problem. This has just kind of started in the last 3 months. I understand, I went up there and counted trucks one day. They didn't have 7 running and they were getting about 3 an hour,
That's
3 loads each an hour.
That's
And
close.
from what I understand, at one point in time, they were actually running 7 days a week.
Yeah.
So we understand it, and
I'm there 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Most days, I'm retired. Like I said, I have a lot of health issues. I'm a prisoner in my own home. I can't even go outside and sit for the dust. It is absolute, and my health issues, I'm gonna get doctor's excuses, and I'm not stopping them. But I just ask the city to do what they can.
we're looking at it, but we're trying to figure out how we can do something, do it long-term and do it legally. But, right now, I think they're supposed to be through in another week to 10 days. But that still doesn't close the pit, and that's just this one job. They're still gonna be hauling chert out of there, and I think the long-term fix is gonna have to be coming out of there another way. That's my opinion after looking at, I drove up in there and it's barely 1 lane wide in places, and the road around the cemetery is just 1 lane, and it's tar and gravel. If it didn't make a loop, it would be dangerous. We're gonna try to do something for you.
Anybody else? Eddie?
I noticed that, DeKalb County's got their flags down at half-mast for the officer that died, and of course, we haven't got notice of it, but they want the flags at half-mast to the sunset on the 25th. And we need to get ours down to half-mast.
Okay. Flags to half-mast until the 25th.
25th, I believe, is the day of the funeral. Is that correct?
Yes.
I think that's right.
Anybody else? I would like to recognize 2 individuals that are here today, Jennifer McCurdy and Callum Sears. They just recently graduated from Leadership DeKalb. Good to have y'all with us today. Anybody else? If not,
Motion to adjourn.
got a motion to adjourn. Hope everybody has a good week. Get ready for the summer.